Happy Thursday. It is the 25th of November today and it is currently 8 o'clock. I got up quite early this morning. I got up at 6 and I managed to get myself to the gym, which I'm super happy about because it's definitely something I want to reintroduce into sort of like my daily lifestyle again. I've kind of got a little bit out of the habit of going, so it was I just had to push myself. I just said last night, like, no matter what, I'm gonna get up and go to the gym. And I had to go early because Jim needed the van for 8:30. So if I hadn't have gone when I did, I wouldn't have really had time for any sort of like decent workout. So yeah, managed to get up and off. And I did a 2.5k run in pretty decent time for me, and then I did like about 10 to 15 minutes on the bike. I didn't wear my Fitbit because it's not charged. Basically, I'm that out of practice with it that I went to put it on this morning and realised that it was dead. So I have no like Fitbit log to show you, but I'm pretty sure you all trust me that I went. And it was good. It felt really good to be back at the gym and to do a little run. Even though it was little, it was still very nice. So I am home now and I've made myself a green tea. This is my mood for the day. And yeah, I have a few bits to do. I've got a little bit of I've basically taken the next couple of days off work. I've got a couple of things that I can not do. So I'm like working, but I'm doing the bare minimum. I just need a couple of days to kind of like chill out a bit really. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm gonna make myself some breakfast because I'm starving. I think I'm gonna have some eggs and I might have a protein shake too, so let's get making breakfast. It's now 12 o'clock and I am feeling a little bit hungry. I've just kind of been sort of like lounging around for the last couple of hours. I've been doing bits and bobs, a few emails. I've like written my like experience of yesterday up in my, I'm keeping like a bit of a lipedema journal so that I can sort of reference back to stuff if I need it. So I wrote that down while it was still fresh in my head. I've been doing a little bit of research into sort of like compression to potentially get my own. I do have a pair of compression tights which I ordered from Amazon a little while back, but they're just not, they're okay, but they're not as effective as the sort of like proper medical grade made to measure ones that will be really helpful. So I've just been, there was a nurse yesterday who was really lovely, and you could tell she was like quite clearly wanting to help. So she wrote down a couple of websites where I think a lot of the nurses sort of like, well, where you get your prescription from. So I was having a look, but it's quite complicated to understand because they're all like sort of like different sizes and things like that. So I don't know, I think I'm probably just gonna have to wait it out until I actually do get my referral to go for my compression measurement appointment. So yeah, it's fine though. I feel loads better about the whole thing today. and after sort of like going through my emotions and writing it down and stuff, I think the main reason I was like frustrated yesterday and upset was because it's just like, you know, there's no particular like one department to go to for this medical condition. It's kind of like changes depending on where you live. Yeah, so I just feel like there should be a department for it, and then you go to your doctor and then you get referred there. But it's obviously months and months and months of waiting for something that, you know, it's not going to be the full like answer. The full answer and the sort of like main goal is the surgery, but yeah, that's not going to happen for a while. So I just need to do whatever I can do right now at this moment to manage the pain and to stop it getting any worse, because if I do have to pay for the surgery privately, which is a more likely option, then it's going to be a certain amount of money, and if it progresses to a later stage, it's going to be a lot more money. So the best thing that I can do is try and manage it, make sure that it doesn't progress, and do whatever I can to manage the pain. So that's really what I want to do, and compression really helps with all of them things. So I'm obviously very eager to get to that appointment and to have the compression as soon as possible, because it'll mean that I'll have a reduction in the pain and stuff. And also, if I get sort of like some compression leggings, I can work out in them when I'm running. It's going to be much more comfortable. I don't really go into it in too much detail because I don't want to come on here and just moan all the time about sort of like what's going on. But I think that's probably not very ideal to sort of like my journey, because people might think, well, it's not an issue day to day, but it actually really is. The only way I can really sort of give anybody an idea is if you had multiple sort of like maybe water balloons or water bottles or something like that, and different sizes strapped from sort of like your hips down, and when you run, that's like obviously moving around separately to all of your other body. So it feels really uncomfortable. It's not ideal, and yeah, it's just really hard, and it does affect me day to day. And although I don't sort of like go on and on about it, I mean, I don't know, people might think, bloody hell, stop bleating on, but when you have something medically impairing you within your life, it is a big deal, isn't it? So, you know, I'm sorry if you think that it's a bit of a boring subject. Maybe don't watch because it is part of my journey. But yeah, maybe I should start to be a bit more vocal about it and how it affects me. Maybe that will help, I don't know. But it is lunchtime, and I think I'm going to have the omelette that I was considering having for breakfast. Yeah, I was going to have a carb-free breakfast, but I just really was craving scrambled eggs on toast, and we had a right little bit of sourdough left from yesterday, because I had 2 slices of sourdough yesterday, and I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna have some bloody scrambled egg on toast. It's not like the bloody devil food, is it? And I feel like sometimes you do have to sort of listen to what your body's craving, or what even you are craving, because if you're anything like me, if I don't listen to what I want, like the foods that I want, it can really manifest and end up being a much worse situation. Like now I had that scrambled egg on toast, I'm fine. I'm not like massively craving bread or massively craving carbs, and I can have my omelette. my little omelette salad, and I can be totally satisfied with that. And you know, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Just have a little bit of what you fancy. But there is also a danger sometimes with me, and please let me know if anybody else has any experience of this or feels like this too, because I find it quite odd. So sometimes if I'm craving something, I'll have a little bit of it and I'll know that I'm full. Like, I don't know, say I've had beans on toast or something, or even just toast, and I'll be like, right, I've had a couple of slices of toast, I'm fine, that should have filled me up. But it's like the taste of it was so good that it's like makes me want more, even though I should be full. And then I'll be like, oh well, and then it'll just be there in my head, and it's like I can't concentrate on anything else, because that thing is like being really, really powerful, and it's like I can't think about anything else, I can't do anything else other than have like another slice of toast or another slice of whatever, or you know, whatever it is. It's odd behaviour. So sometimes it's like really beneficial to have a little bit of what you fancy, but then I can appreciate like that sometimes I want to completely avoid the food, because once I've tasted it I'll want more. Anyone else like that? It's like a bloody catch-22 situation. But learning to just have a little bit of what I fancy and not letting it manifest big, I think that is the healthy way to go. I think for me, completely cutting things out isn't beneficial. It isn't going to work long term. Yes, there are foods that I need to massively restrict for my medical condition to maintain it and to try and get a handle on it. I finished reading an amazing book last night called The Lymphedema and Lipedema Nutrition Guide. It's fantastic. If anybody who's suffers with lymphedema or lipedema watches, give it a read. If you're interested in nutrition in any way, shape or form, give it a read. It's really, really, really great. I might sort of like reread segments of it on my channel and have like a little bit of a playlist of me reading the book with you guys. Please let me know if that's something that you would enjoy. Maybe, I don't know, it can be like a little bit of a podcast or something. But yeah, it definitely, I definitely learned a lot from reading it, and I know the direction that my nutrition has to go into. It's kind of like just reinforcing everything that I already felt was the case. But reading it from very sort of recognised experts in nutrition and the medical profession, reading it from them just made me go, right, yeah, you that's it, that's what you need to do that, just do that, and then you know, there's my answers. But sometimes it's easier said than done when you have a lifetime of bad habits to change. So I feel like that is going to be my holy grail, and it's definitely going to carve the way that I'm going to try to eat and my diet and things for forever, you know. It is so insightful. But I feel like I have to sort of like take all that practice and all that teaching and apply it in a way that will fit in with how I want my life to look. Like some of these nutrition lists and authors in the book, they like will never ever eat like a slice of bread, or they'll never eat pizza. Even things like, I'm trying to think of something that could be classed as healthy that I can't think off the top of my head, but there's some things in there that you'd think, oh, well, that's not necessarily unhealthy, but to somebody who's fighting an inflammatory disease, and just everything that comes along with lipedema, it's incredibly bad. So it's very interesting. But yeah, I just have to find a way of making that fit in with my life, like adding little bits of them things, because I cannot imagine me ever not eating a pizza. I can't say that I could ever envision a life where I want to live without pizza. I mean, that seems incredibly sad. I don't know, like, am I that much of a food lover that I could say I can never give it up? I don't know, maybe if I was presented with this is like a pain-free, healthy body. I don't know, I'm rambling on like a bloody rambler. I'm not making my lunch, but I feel like I'm getting to a point. Do you feel like I'm getting to a point? I don't know. So yeah, big rambles, but I suppose let's get making lunch. Now 20 to 4 and I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. I'm unsure what kind of tea I want though, but I do know that I am going to try one of these Perkia, cacao and orange bars as a little afternoon snacky kind of thing. It's nutritious energy, protein and high fibre, 144 calories per bar, gluten-free and vegan, and probably really yummy with it being Perkia bars. They always do such yummy bars. I'm avoiding the crisps that Jim bought the other night. There's 2 big bags of really yummy crisps up there. I've thrown them on top of the cupboard so they're not accessible. And we've also got a pack of mince pies that I got at the Asda George PR event the other night. I've had one and they are incredibly delicious. 244 calories per mince pie. I'm a mince pie fan. Let me know in the comments if you're a lover or you're a hater. I think they're very much like a Marmite food. I really like them warm with custard on. Yummy. But I don't know what we're having for tea, so I've got no idea what my calories are going to be like. So I reckon one of these will not break the bank. Cup of tea. I'm feeling like a normal cup of tea, guys. It's happening with some oat milk. This is my oat milk of choice. For those of you who was wondering, it's the original Oatly, the barista edition. It's delicious. It's very creamy and it's very toasty. Does anybody else have a cup dilemma? Ignore my really random hairdo, by the way. I'm letting as the sort of like patch, my little bald patch on the back of my head is hidden by my other hair most of the time. I'm just trying something out. I'm trying, like, when I'm at home, I'm trying to sort of like let light get to it. I feel like that will help it grow back. I don't know. But yeah, so does anybody else have a cup dilemma where they don't know what cup to use? Does that indicate that I might possibly have too many mugs? I think it does. I feel like, I honestly feel like drinks taste different out of different mugs. Is that just me? Am I going insane? I don't know. I'm actually looking. Oh, it's there. I'm gonna have this glass Costa cup, which I've come to love. This one. Yeah, I genuinely feel like food and drink taste different off different sort of like plates and cups. Also, let me know in the comments if anyone else thinks that, or it's just me. I swear there must be somebody out there that feels the same. Tea bag of choice is the Lady Grey, not the Earl, but the Lady. It's got like quite a delicious sort of zesty, rich flavour to it. It's so tasty, guys, and it's also got quite a sort of like natural sweetness to it. I used to like my teas like really sweet, and if I'm still hungover, if I'm hungover at any point, I definitely still do. But your girl's trying to cut down on her sugar because that ain't good for me. I don't think it's good for anybody, to be honest, to have too much sugar, but especially not me, having discovered in my lipedema nutrition guide. I'm making it extra strong. Do you know, Laura, I hope you're watching, but ever since you told me off about my teas, I'm always like, I always make sure that they've got good colour, which is pretty easy to achieve with oat milk, I must say, but I think that looks pretty good. It's a very personal thing how you like your tea, isn't it? Yeah, I used to like them really milky with like blue cow's milk and like free sugars. For a long time I really didn't like tea, and I could not stand coffee. Literally probably until I was about 26, I want to say. I liked tea, but not coffee. It took me a long while to like coffee, and I do actually really like it now. But yeah, what have I been doing? So I've edited today's video that's going live today. Today is currently Thursday. I am trying to get into the habit of filming and then uploading a day later. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but it is intentional. I used to upload on the day, but I just feel like this way is so much easier. I'm getting in the habit for something exciting that's coming up. Sneak peek of something that's going to be happening soon. But yeah, I'm going to go drink my lovely tea. I'm going to go eat this. I'll let you know my thoughts on it once I've consumed it later. Laura's also a fellow chocolate orange lover, so I hope that these are really yummy, so that, because I'm such a bad friend in the sense that anytime I see something that's chocolate orange, I'll immediately send it to her, and I'm like, I don't know if that's very supportive, but if these are good, it's a healthy chocolate orange thing to have, so I don't think that's too bad. So it's dinner time. Jim's laughing because I just hit myself in the face with a bottle of low sugar Ribena.
After putting one of the dog poos really near my
I didn't put it really near your face.
Teasing me with the dog poo.
No, I didn't.
It's called instant karma.
It's not. Well, Jim.
George yourself with a big bottle of Beena.
So it is dinner time, and Jim tried all his might to get us to have a chippy tea, but I said no. We can have fish and chips.
Oh, but I was like, no, I'm
we'll have a fake away fish and chips. So we're going. It was all you, right? Really you said it about 24 times. I think I recall counting. But I did very well to resist and said, no, we'll have a nice tea, but it won't be quite as bad as a takeout. So we're having oven fish and chips, which you can class as a fake away. So we've got the beer battered haddock fillets from the Co-op, and we have some McCain home fries chips And we're gonna have some petit pois, peas, on the side. And I'm quite hungry. I'm quite ready for my dinner, so let's get making it. Super dead quickly, because my favourite programme, which is Sort Your Life Out with Stacey Solomon, is on at the moment. What did you think of your fake away fish and chops?
It was amazing. You just caught me doing a Mr. Creosote impression. I don't know if it caught you on camera.
I don't think it did.
A wafer thin mint. But yeah, it was really good. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Anybody gets that reference, let me know.
You get an extra gym point.
You get 3 gym points for that.
3 gym points for that one. So yeah, I'm going to quickly go. If you've liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe for happy gym vibes.
Oh right, and I've had a shave and a haircut. What does everybody think?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful blue-eyed
I don't
boy.
know, it scares me when I do things like that.
Scares you when you have a shave?
Well, it's like, I don't know, you get used
Living
to
life on the wild side, are we?
I feel a bit overweight at the moment. I think it makes me rip down.
Ah, well, come to the gym with me.
Oh, I really want to, but I've just had no.
You've done a full
since
day
I was a young
of
guy,
activity
I've
today,
always
though.
thought, right, that in winter I should hibernate.
Hmm?
I'm not very good with winter. I just don't like it. I've got one of those sad lights. But I don't know, I always feel a bit down with it.
Ah, well, everyone send Jim your positive energy vibe. And yeah, like I said, please like the video if you have enjoyed it. I'm coming, subscribe for happy vibes, and until next time, stay happy, healthy and well. Bye guys.